All right, before we get into Neil and his spending and all that good stuff, we need to set a little background here. I need to tell you how rich Neil is and how he made his money. The first thing you should know about Neil is that he's self made and almost entirely from bootstrapped companies.
Funny enough, I made my most money as an entrepreneur in all my bootstrap ventures. I made the least amount of money from all my venture-backed businesses.
His biggest business is called Neil Patel Digital, and it's a bootstrapped agency that specializes in the SEO and it brings in around $100 million a year in revenue. Along with the agency, Neil Patel Digital also owns a handful of software companies.
We stopped counting and we don't look at it as how many businesses anymore because we're buying. We buy a lot every single year. And we just merge them into the name parent company.
Aside from the agency, one of the biggest software companies that Neil Patel Digital owns is called Crazy Egg. It's a software that helps track your website visitors.
Crazy was probably the largest business I ever created, and then took the money from that to create more companies. And then there's pretty much just two: Crazy Egg and Neil Patel Digital, and that's it. Everything else just gets fits in with one of those two companies.
So at this point, basically all of Neil's wealth has come from buying and building businesses.
The way I evolved as an entrepreneur is I took all the money that I made from software because I had high margins. You're talking about some of these businesses are running at like 70+% EBITDA. Started taking the cash flow and then using the cash flow to reinvest in other businesses that spit off more cash flow. I've tried doing a lot of different ventures like raising money for companies, investing in stock markets, doing a ton of angel investments. I've generated the most income from reinvesting in other businesses that I control. And when I mean control, either own fully or control majority.
So all of this has led to a net worth for Neil of over nine figures. And what's crazy is you're going to see in this episode, Neil shares everything, but he didn't exactly share anything about his net worth other than saying it was at least nine figures.
I can say, I don't want to say.
So when I started this interview with Neil, I told him the reason I wanted him to come on was because of that blog post that I read that was like 10 years old. The blog post that said that he needs to spend only $15,000 a month in order to be happy. Now, let me recap that 2014 blog post that I keep referring to. The blog post